The cloud. So hello, and welcome to the European Healing Miracle Call. And may this call today bring you into that space of healing and into that space of love, and into that vibration of peace. I know that we've got Dr. Clint here, and I don't know if he would like to, if he's still able to maybe say a few words while he's here with us. Dr. Clint, are you still here? Okay, maybe. Oh, and we've got the lovely Jana joining us today. Welcome, Jana, sending much peace and much love and light. Welcome to Eleanor. Always lovely to see you. Sending much love. So friends, I really invite you to just give yourself a big hug and just taking that love, that vibration of love. I know that at the moment in Europe, there is a lot going on. And I know that our hearts, some of us are feeling that heaviness of what's going on in the world right now. So perhaps we can just take a moment to come into silence and connect with the divine just for a minute of silence. Okay, my friends, and just place your hands over your heart and feel that vibration of love. And a deep breath in and exhaling. Nice and long, inhaling again and exhaling. Another deep inhale in, breathing in life and love, and exhaling worry. Okay, so we've got the lovely Esther here who's going to read us a beautiful poem to bring us into that vibration of love. So Esther.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Mariam, for the invitation to join this marvelous group Sangha. I'm going to start with the last two paragraphs from a poem that was written in 1994 at the Uranus-Neptune conjunction, and then go into my most recent writing. It says, birth your beauty, birth your art. And this is called A Vision of Peace. From the love within your heart. Soon you'll see and have no doubt, peace is growing here and there, between the cracks and in the air. Peace is active, full of grace. It puts a glow upon your face. Do not let the world distract from your work, your inner pact. Find and bring forth peace within, for this is how all peace begins. Peace within, peace without, peace will come, you are its sprout. So as a preface and a remembering to that truth, even in the midst of the storms and cyclones in the outer world. And this latest piece, it's as many of you know, I'm in a challenge around my housing situation, and I took myself to the waters, to the waves, Miriam. I was really on a cliff right above the Monterey Bay, and this was my journal piece, and it began, dearest to me. And as I wrote it down, I realized that the word dearest actually has two words in it, dear and rest. And I'd never seen that before. Dearest, dear, rest. says, so glad you are allowing yourself to rest in silence. Rest is where being is most accessible, and it doesn't always require stillness. When dancing, you are resting in the sounds, rhythms, and nowness that abounds within and around the notes. Rising and falling, a Tai Chi, do-si-do. The Tao is the ocean, the waves as they flow. Your homework is trust. Know you are worthy. Know your cosmic worth. You are supported by nature's great spirit. And please remember, these words are talking to you. Yeah, we may be the instruments through which they come in, and it's both personal and, as Anise Nen, I can't pronounce her name, a great writer, said, the personal, when lived deeply, is universal. So, just as water can freeze or soar into the mystic beyond the mirage, you too can be the shimmering waters, glistening with sunlight, flowing in the cosmic dance, awake in the trance, a pony in prance, a knight with a lance, puncturing the prison of bubbles that seem to enclose until pricked by the thorn of the rose. The rose is the love, arising, conspiring and realizing. Proceed with senses open and trust you'll be led to the pastures green where you can nest. And take a moment and think, what are your green pastures to bring to your nest? So you can just breathe in and just see what comes up for you. For me, it was to the pastures green where you can nest, a grateful queen with pen, piano, paints, and rest to bring forth to the planet your very best. So breathe deep and know deep in your heart that it's impossible for you to be apart from the love that you are. For now, you know you are a shining star made to love and send your light on this planet needing new sight. Love, 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 and trust the unfolding. Cosmic up and down. This is the secret to cosmic unfolding. Don't forget to seek us out. We're the messengers for you to mount and ride. We are always at your side. Never alone. We are with you always. It's time to let go your heavy baggage. Like dragonfly and hummingbird, let your wings fly while you write these words. Flow, know, grow, and you will see you are a flower in eternity. A rose, arising, glad to be at home in cosmic company, at home in nature's harmony, at home, your heart content and free. And then the end of this experience says, we love you, Joshua, and your cosmic comic crew, because through the years, I regard Joshua as that part of my beingness that's elf and who has a great sense of humor. Thus, Josh is a lot. So here's to our being loving, laughing light in this form, in this human incarnation. And it's coming through now to restore our second sight and to obliterate all that is not, as Miriam says, in resonance with that great love in the skillful ways that beyond our human understanding at this point that it just can be transfigured, transmuted, and that peace and love and nature in all of her bounty can prevail. And let's send that together. Let's send that prayer and whatever, think within your own beingness, allow your own heart, but together we are so powerful. And just sending as a one big mega star our light to wherever it is most needed throughout, particularly our planet today. So let's just take a few deep breaths within. Thank you for joining me in that peace prayer.
Miriam, doesn't it feel right to have Kuber follow that with some breath work?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Esther, can we just rub our hands first and give Esther lots and lots of love? Your poem just really touched me so much, and I'm so grateful you're on the call today, blessing us with your presence, blessing us with your love, blessing us with your words that take us straight into our hearts. Okay, Kuber.
That was beautiful, Esther. I think our hearts already expanded. Well, today's practice, I just thought we'll do something which helps us strengthen our lungs, strengthen the diaphragm, particularly if anyone recovering from after COVID or any cold and flu. It's always good to strengthen it. So the effects of any of these respiratory problems are not that great in the body. So I'll just share a couple of exercises. So we will use our arms for this as well. So for the first one, just make with your hands, like clasp them and start to raise it on the inhale. And as you do, start looking up and then hold your breath and keep looking up. The intent of the hold is to be longer than the inhale. And then start exhaling as you start to bring down. And again, just keep lengthening that exhale. We'll do it once more. Inhale. Keep holding that breath in. And exhale. Keep lengthening that exhale. This is even good for anyone with cervical spondylosis. Again, inhale. Exhale. The next one we'll do is just bring your hands behind your head and just bring it close together as you exhale. So we'll begin on the exhale and then inhale as you open your arms out. Hold it here. And then exhale. Bring your elbows together. Keep exhaling out. And again, inhale. Expand those elbows away from the body, from the midline. And then holding that breath in. And exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And release. Both of these are really good for maintaining the good health of our lungs, creating that expansion. So even if you can't go out for a walk or feel, particularly in cold weather, this is a fantastic exercise to keep doing every morning.
Friends,
Hope
can
that
we?
helps.
Oh, yes, Kabir, definitely helps. Can we rub our hands together?
Oh,
Thank
thank
Kabir, lots of love and appreciation for joining us, even though it's so early in Australia. Thank you, thank you. I
not at all.
love
My pleasure.
the opening. It felt very, like you said, the word expansion. I could feel it near my heart area as well. It just was wonderful. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Carol's mamas. Oh.
So I'm just going to do a couple so we can keep on moving and get to the chapter review. So let's do the fear and anxiety release from our ears. We'll do a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kubera, Dr. Giovanni style for focus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thank you. And Renara, language of your choice. Can you do the being present with the lip there 6 times?
Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6.
Beautiful. That was so beautiful. I'm going to have you do it again for letting go on the left hand between the thumb and the index finger. And you can pick any one of your many languages.
Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6.
Yay, thank you so
Pain.
much.
It is very painful.
Oh, it is. It does get a little tender there because we have a hard time letting go. We want to hold on to our past, and we miss the presence. And what a beautiful reminder you are of the present, because that's where our joy lives. That's where music lives. That's where our pets come into our spaces, in the presence where our artistic expression happens. So, Miriam, with your permission, shall we have Renara play for us?
Yes, we can have Renara play for us. Yeah.
As we had a very special little discussion with Miriam, The first musical expression we would like to have actually with this Maria, forgive and forget.
Yeah.
We will make it now or after the reading the chapter, because
I
I'm
wa-
a little bit
yeah. I was going to read the chapter first, but
uh-huh.
what are you feeling, Renara? Do you feel like music now? I'm actually happy to go with the flow.
um,
I think the music now would be really nice.
Mm.
I think just the music for the interconnection to make one between all of us will be good with this, just something which is present, and to invite the grace, and because before I invite the music, the improvisation, first of all, I invite the my divine supporters, which is all the time with me. I have even the sponsors. I mean, I have even Saint Nicolas and Saint Spiridon. They're here. It is my sponsors, and before every improvisation, I say in, uh, inside of me the two favorite prayers, and invite my divinity, and I know that each of you have your own and favorite archangel or angels or saints. So I invite you to take this time of silence and invite them for each of you and for all of us.
Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. It was like a dance. It was like this loving embrace at the end. It was like just like this light, and yeah, I loved it. I don't know if anyone else wants to say something. Beverly, would you like to share how that music made you feel, if you would like to? Let me see if I can help you to unmute.
That was thank you. That was delightful. It was, I love the way the tempo flows down and then increases and takes you through that really feeling of dancing and twirling and freedom and peace. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Just always have to say, Renara, you know, when you very first start to play, I just feel that divinity come in. You just have this surrounding of incredible beings around you that assist you with your creation. It's absolutely incredible. So incredible. I was inspired. I was writing notes during it. I was receiving some information, and I just, your music. I just always have to come back to this story. Renara had sent me a gift in the mail. She'd sent me a copy of one of her CDs, and I had my car is old enough to have a CD player in it. So I had it in the car, and I went to an important meeting, and I was listening to something else. I wasn't listening to Renara's music, but it was a very important meeting, and the meeting went very well. And I was so excited, and I got in the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, who can I tell? Who can I tell? Who can I tell? And I turned on the ignition, and immediately Renara's music, it just filled my car full of the beautiful notes. And I felt so connected to her in that moment. And I went, oh my gosh, Renara is here with me. And it just gave me this sense of, joy and, just friendship and connection. And I was so grateful for it. And I just listened to her music all the way home. It was an hour drive. And, it just, Renara's music is just that way. It touches us in the most unique times. And I've heard of other people that have been listening to her music and tears just come to their eyes. I mean, I'm talking about men who are, burly guys. Her music touches that sensitivity that's just incredible. So anyway, Renara, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jane. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, especially I'm so touched and grateful when during music or during performances, doesn't matter where or how, people inspired to for the poetry or for some inspirational ideas, or the drawing, or they really want to touch their own creativity. That is for me the biggest gift. Like when someone talked to me after the performance. Yeah, thank you to share that.
Awesome.
Let's just rub our hands together. Let's send Renara so much love, so much gratitude and appreciation for you being here with us on the call. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then also give ourselves some love too. Receive that love.
And
Okay.
can I say something?
Yeah.
Renara, you bring me to dance in the keys of the piano. It's like all the music. It's a dancing in the keys of the piano. It's really very beautiful, and it elevates really our soul. It's like flowing. And jumping and dancing and moving. It's very, very, very nice. I love the melodies you bring us. It's really a dancing of sounds. It's very powerful. Thank you very much.
It came to you all. I just was the
Yes.
conductor.
Yes, but you are fantastic.
And I love actually this. I love this intimate call. It is also special. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yes, Esther.
Renara, as a person who loves words, you take us so far beyond where any words can go, right into the heart of that divine love and mystical experience. Every time I have heard you, it's like immediately this whole beautiful, gentle torrent of light love light flowing, and it goes around and in, and there's just a sense of such well-being that permeates the totality, and just so thankful for you and your gift and sharing it for us so generously and so lovingly and kindly.
Thank you. Thank you to bring exactly this music now. Thank you, all of you, yeah, to give me this experience.
Yeah.
Thank you, Renara. It was such a beautiful piece. I wanted to just, before we speak, I mean, Esther said it, everything, but it was
Yeah.
divine. It was divine. It carried me, and I was down to tears. I must say, it was really a blessing to hear your music. I can hear it every day, all the
Thank
time.
you. Thank you.
I need
Thank
to
you.
learn from you. I need to learn to play from you. So, thank you so much. Lovely.
Friends, I just want to say what I love about this community is the way that we love each other and the way that we show our appreciation. It's it's so beautiful. And that's, you know, that's what I would have dreamed for this call to be, and to see it manifesting and present here. It's so beautiful. So we're going to transition a little bit now into the chapter summary. And as we transition into it, I'd like you to just begin to think about something that you would like to forgive and let go of. So I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. Jaina, can you see that okay? Okay. So, Namaskar. The divinity, that beautiful spark of light that's within me, bows down to that beautiful spark of light that's within you. And I honor that place where you and I are one. So I'd like to take this moment to send gratitude and blessings to our Siddhaveda lineage, to Dr. Naram, Dr. Smita, Krishna, Dr. Clint, Baba Ram Das, and Jivaka. Thank you for passing down these ancient secrets, these wisdoms, these teachings to us so that we can heal emotionally, mentally, and physically, all layers of our being, so that we can achieve our dreams, so that we can be, truly be ourselves. So let's dive into chapter 6 of the Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. This chapter is about service. Dr. Pankaj Naram said, "My master taught me that God resides in each of us. So you are a temple. Each person has many compartments like mind, emotions, and soul. When these are cleaned, we experience transformation physically, mentally, and emotionally." So, my dear friends, I invite you to think about these two questions. What have you been exposed to that has been physically, mentally, and/or emotionally toxic? And what seeds of equal or greater benefit have you noticed from this experience? So here are some of the highlights of chapter 6. We learn ancient secrets for maintaining blood pressure, a Mama Shakti point at the temples, and also if we add a scoop of ghee on top of the head and in the navel and at the bottom of the feet, this will help maintain blood pressure. We also hear of Siddhaveda practitioner Dr. Marianji, a dear former student of Dr. Naram, tell us more about the healing lineage of Siddhaveda, and a story of an FDNY firefighter who benefited from the herbal formulas. So this chapter takes place in New York City, and it's called "Can Cow's Ghee and Secret Points on Your Body Bring Your Blood Pressure to Normal in Minutes?" So in New York City, Dr. Clint meets with Marshall Stackman and Jose Mestra, the co-founders of a non-profit organization serving those who serve, and they worked with Dr. Naram. They explain how they led an effort to help firefighters, police officers, and other first responders affected by 9/11. Marshall explains after the dust settled, most people went back to their lives, but more than 30,000 first responders inhaled toxic fumes or absorbed them through their skin, which affected their lungs, their digestion, their sleep, and their minds, making life much more difficult. Many first responders during the 9/11 attacks had their mental, emotional, and physical health impacted. Jose shared how these brave people who served so many suffered from a variety of conditions such as depression, pulmonary issues, PTSD, black spots on their lungs, and memory loss, just to name a few. Jose and Marshall told Dr. Clint about Virginia Brown, a former NYPD officer who worked 8 months at Ground Zero while debris was still being cleared away. Despite wearing a mask most of the time, she developed a persistent cough. Her lung capacity decreased, the toxins affected her bones and joints, and she couldn't sleep well. After she took Dr. Naram's herbs for 2 years, her doctor was stunned. So she showed, Jose and Marshall showed Dr. Clint a letter she had written, and it says, "There are a lot of police officers and other workers from Ground Zero with similar problems that have gotten worse. Many died. I know some who contracted cancer, emphysema, and problems from different lung ailments that wouldn't go away, but my lung capacity was improving. The doctor was amazed. My bones also improved instead of getting worse. I really believed it has a lot to do with Dr. Naram's herbal formulas, because those I know who didn't take them got worse. I still take the herbs. I am sleeping better and my whole body regulates better." So I'm just going to bring you back to those questions just to help you to really take them in. So what have you been exposed to that has been physically, mentally, or emotionally toxic? And if you would like to, you can write that in the chat, or you can just keep that memory with you for a minute. And what seeds of equal or greater benefit have you noticed from the experience? Some of you might have started to feel that greater benefit or equal benefit, and some of you might not be there yet, and that's okay too. Dr. Clint says, "Is there solid evidence proving that it was the herbs that helped her?" And Marshall said, "Don't take our word for it." He handed Dr. Clint a peer-reviewed article published in a medical journal. According to researchers, those taking the herbs experienced significant improvements. Participants in the study saw significant improvements with previously unrelated medical symptoms. They no longer needed inhalers. Their sleep improved greatly. Immunity improved. Coughing stopped. Cysts disappeared. Black spots on their lungs vanished. Memory improved. Depression and fatigue ceased. Their energy was boosted, and they had hope again. Dr. Naram said, "My master taught me no matter how big the problem or difficulty, never give up hope." So again, those questions, what have you been exposed to that has been physically, mentally, or emotionally toxic? And what seeds of equal or greater benefit have you noticed from this experience? And I just want to share this because the lovely Andrea Wood shared this with me today. And it says, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. So I'm just going to stop sharing the screen and just give you all just a moment to absorb that question and feel into those words. And I wanted to share an experience. Years ago, I had come out of a relationship, and mentally and emotionally, it really affected me. And about a year and a half later, I started developing lots of these physical symptoms that were linked to having parasites. And at the time, it was really, really hard. But I can see now that this journey of, where my mental and emotional health was affected and where my physical health was affected, the seeds of greater benefit that I see is that I'm here with all of you. I don't think I would have looked into the ancient secrets. I don't think my mother would have sent me videos with Dr. Clint and, the global healing community. I don't think I would be doing this course, the Path course, the 3-year course, and learning these secrets so that I can help others. And I can say this with certainty, I would not be doing this European healing, global healing call, because as you all know, and I've said it many times, I'm a very shy person and introverted. But that is the transformation that has happened for me. And if that can happen for me, someone who's introverted, shy, and would never do anything like this, imagine what it can do for so many people, so many people. And that's what I see. And that's what's happened for me. And that's why I'm so passionate about these ancient secrets, because it's shifted my perception. I can see the link between mental health, emotional health, physical health. And at the time it did, the relationship that I was in, it was toxic for sure. There was some things that were not healthy that was going on in it, but it led me to something so much greater. So that's what I wanted to share. And I share that because I want you to feel that this is a safe space for you to also share those. And some of you may not be in a space to see the equal or greater benefits right now, but that's why we've also got this Mama as well that Renara is going to guide us through. Is there anyone that would like to share something in their hearts? Anything that they've gone through?
How do you do it?
Hello, Susan. Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. So the thing for me is that I was raised in a very difficult family that I grew up in. There was a lot of anger, there was addiction, there was just so much pain, so many problems. And it started me on a lifelong journey. As a little girl, I would look and I'd say, what heals? I mean, this is a mess. There was just so much conflict. What heals? And that started me on a lifelong journey. And that has been my journey. And out of it, I became a psychologist. And I can sit with people in the darkest places, in the most confusion that they're going through. And because I've been through that and I understood it, I can be with it. And so it affected me too. I mean, I've had to do my own, I continue to have to do my own healing work and, love myself and do everything that I need to do to keep on clearing out the blocks. And, I have to clear out my beliefs, and because I was taught pretty toxic things. But the benefit of just going through that family of origin and all the dynamics has allowed me to be to really be here and be of service to people who a lot of people don't understand and couldn't understand, but I can understand because I've been through it. So I think that that's what the answer to the question number 2. I mean, I know what was toxic, but I think that the answer to that is it gave me the experience to be able to walk through the dark night with people, and not judge, and just be with them with compassion and love and understanding, because I resonate with it. So that's my share.
Thank you, Susan, for sharing from your heart. And yeah, I can feel the compassion that you have and the understanding. And it makes me feel at ease when you speak, because I can feel it in the vibration of your voice.
Oh,
So thank you. And everybody who shares, I know that we're all messages for each other, messengers, messengers for each other.
yeah.
And whether someone shares or doesn't share, or is just in this space, there is something healing that takes place, and we're mirrors for each other. And so things that you're saying, Susan, it's like hearing myself speaking out. It's like I can feel the connection. So thank you. And
Yeah.
much
Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for hearing me.
let's send Susan some love. Lots
Oh.
of love.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Elena.
I want to say something.
Oh yes, Renara, of course.
I will not go to the past. I will stay in the present, and I didn't share yet emotionally how I felt from yesterday with mindfulness and consciousness. So yesterday, actually, in general, I never look at the phone or at the social net, etc., before all of my routine of the morning. But yesterday, the first thing I heard it is that Ukraine was attacked by Russians. So from all of the day, I was not myself, actually. I really was not myself, and I really felt that in the body. And first it was deep, deep, deep sadness. I could express my deep sadness during the meditation we make with Jaina every day in this space. And when I walked at the street, and I really felt that that I'm not as usual. There is something. I'm not like as usual. There is something in my head or in my cells. I think I had the shock. I was shocked first, and I had also the anger, and I felt this violence and anger in me. And it's incredible how I was. I don't watch the news, but when I went to the Facebook, so it was such a different energies and so aggressive, and I recognized I was influenced. And I recognized that through this toxic influence, I acted automatically, not really to take the time and connect it to myself and after to post something or to say something. So, and I really had this toxic energy in me. And it was extremely painful. From one side, I was very, very in deep sadness for everything happened for the people, which I know, I know. I love the people because I have the relative, I have the best friends in Russia, I have the relative, I have the best friends in Ukraine. So I'm emotionally inside, and I understand that, I recognize that. And in the same time, I'm conscious in which special time we are living and how it is important to be absolutely clean and present every moment of your life, with each word, with each thought. So, and I just connected inside of me, and I said, actually, what I want for this world, what I want for me, what I want for world, and I want to be prayer. I want to be love. I want to be peace. I want to be change. I want to be transformation. And I want to be this unity. I want to be this unconditional looking at something or someone. I want to be this joy. So, and when I really was in this state and I wrote everything, what I want and what I invite people to do, that in this moment, and I'm very, very thankful to people who was very aggressive with me at the social net. I'm honestly, sincerely thankful to them, because thanks to them, I could see that I was not really at 1000% myself in my expressions and in my acting. So first of all, I'm thankful to those people who was really emotionally aggressive, and I could see also their pain, the pain behind of that, and sadness. So I'm very thankful that this toxic, electric, very present, violent energy, I could to observe from outside, and through the question what I want for me and for this world, to transform that.
It's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Yeah, as you're speaking, Renara, it's very easy for me to go into those feelings of hurt, and I would assume that many people on the call do the same. It's unbelievable. But what I have also had to do too is I've made a decision, and this is just me personally, I'm not saying that anybody else needs to do this, but for me, what I've been doing is I've been just radiating love out as much as possible to the situation, to the world. And, you know, I just catch myself doing it. It, you know, this whole entire call has made me realize, and that's what I was writing when I heard your music, Renara, was that we have a choice of how we feel. We have a choice of how we respond. Now, from what Susan was talking about, you know, when we are in a position where we are trained, or where we, the community environment, the environment, you know, kind of expects us to be a specific way or react a specific way, and we react that way because of safety reasons, but we get to a place where we get to have a choice of how we feel. I was very much triggered by the events. And I had to go to my heart. I knew that I had no control over it. I had to surrender and just say, you know, my desire for the situation is peace. And I choose to be in a state of peace and allow the pain and the, you know, that I was feeling to be lifted. You know, kind of what Dr. Naram was talking about when, you know, come to your center. And I think, Renara, you were saying that in the present moment, to be absolutely in the present moment. It's absolutely beautiful. Your heart is so deep, Renara. You feel so deeply. I so appreciate you. I learn so much from you every single day. I'm so grateful I get to spend a little bit of my day with you every day, almost every day.
Same to me, Jaina, absolutely. From all of my heart, really. Yeah. And I continue, you know, I mean, I have this healthy sadness, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's absolutely necessary that we have all of the emotions. And that's what I was looking up, was the scale of emotions. David Hawking's scale of emotions, you know, where it takes you from, you know, fear and grief and guilt and jealousy and hatred and anger and doubt, all the way up to permission and hopefulness, and, you know, I'm skipping some, you know, up to joy. And I was just, you know, thinking, you know, when you were playing, and just the events of the last few days, you know, the last week or so, you know, it's so important that we have those emotions. I have been very, very grateful that I'm not in a growth period this week. I've been feeling much more joy than I have anything else. I've just been feeling trust and hopefulness. And, you know, I'm just so grateful, because a lot of times that's not the way that it is. You know, a lot of times there's a lot of fear and a lot of concern. But I'm so grateful for those, because it always puts me in a state of seeking, a place of seeking what is the next step, and, you know, how to get through this, you know, what is the best for me and my divine purpose. And so it's absolutely necessary to be able to have those emotions. So.
Just, you know, Gina, as you know, I'm in love with Marshall. Actually, sadness, it is the feeling.
I
And
don't understand.
emotion, sadness, it is the feeling. It is not emotion.
Okay.
And emotion, it is something more compressed and expressed. But the feeling, sadness is more feeling than emotion. So fear, it can be the emotion, more emotion, state, emotional state. And for example, when you cry very, very hardly, well, that is the emotions. Yeah. So that's the very, very small, delicate border, between, uh, um, for example, the reason of the anger could be fatigue, which
Mm,
was
yeah.
pressed during the years, and one
Yes.
day it will explode.
Mm, that makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense. Yeah.
So
It's
thank you to bring that. Thank you to bring
yes.
that. Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, she's talking about Marshall Rosenberg, nonviolent communication. She took a course and it changed her life. I need to read the book. I started to read it. I haven't finished it. So
You will understand that very quickly because you have already in you that naturally. Yeah.
thank you. Yes. Elena, you are such a emotional, beautiful being. Would you like to say anything today?
Actually, at this moment, I don't have words, actually, girls. I'm trying to be in silence during these days. This period is very full of duality. So, from autumn is actually like this. And in here in Italy, like with all this, vaccine, no vaccine, and you can do nothing and you can go there. So it's very duality things. So I try to be, in that present moment every day, and I force myself a little bit, but not, it just comes quite easy in this moment. And so even this, Russian and Ukrainian, I have friends too in both. And actually in this moment, I don't know if we can get really what is happening. I mean, it's something that is go so much, beyond our,
Mhm.
and and I don't even know where is the truth. Um, I can look in that side and I says they are right, or this side and say they are right. I'm very confused, so I just try to be there and be the possibility. The other day I had a meditation group that I train in the night, and I told them, if we in this moment, the thing that we can do is just be the possibility of the where the things can how do you say meet, you know these opposite sides can meet in within us, right? So we have to try to, yeah, be the possibility of join all the opposite feelings, all the opposite things, whatever is happening. So try to be that and melt them together to, to raise something new that is, like maybe hope, or maybe just the silence where everything can be, right? And no colors, no, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
And actually, this night I got up at 1:30 in Italy, so it's very, in the middle of the night. So I'm up since then. So, you have even, the body and the mind that, they are running or they are doing things without even, knowing what are you doing, but you have to get up and write or do things and blah, 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 maybe to balance all that. And yeah, so, but it's okay.
So Elena, we would have these miracle experiment game calls, and they would be in the evening on Monday, and she would join us, and they would be like 3 a.m. her time. But she looked so fresh and she was so present, and it was always so wonderful having her on the calls with us.
With alarm clock, of course. I had to put the alarm clock on, so go to bed, alarm clock, and yeah, was very special. Actually, I thank you all of you because it's very an amazing, amazing, and you can feel it. You can feel that there is a like a like a golden. I don't know how to say it in English. Like these things. I don't know how you call those.
Thread.
A cord.
A cord, yeah, a golden cord that is just I can feel everybody, and even if someone I don't know or I don't talk to them, but it's yeah, I think we are creating like a
Yes.
Yeah.
yes that
I
it
can't.
can raise the feet in the ground, they can spread, like the trees with the roots, you know and then at a certain point you feel the other one, I can feel Renara roots and Janina because we get underneath and we encounter there and thank you.
I know Carol Ray always says that it's, I can't remember the name, but it's like intrasnet or something, intrasnet or something. I'll have to,
Indra.
there you go.
Indra's net.
Indrasnet.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody connected. That was a Dick Dalton thing.
So perfect.
Okay, my friends. I'm just yeah, I'm loving all the sharing and just the wisdom that we're that we're kind of like embraced in. There's all these beautiful messages that are coming out, and it's divine, and I love it. But I'm also looking at the time, and it's getting late here in Europe, so I would love for us to transition into Renara's music. Before we do that, I just wanted to say there was an activation meditation that the lovely Esther Francis shared with me, and there was this part in the meditation where we went through the chakras, but the main thing that I got from that meditation was that it was talking about wherever we pay our attention to is where the energy flows. And because we're all together here as one, maybe we could all place our attention into our heart centers, all of us together, and vibrate that love out. So as Renara is playing the music, it just multiplies and gets stronger and stronger. And we might be also doing the forgive and let go, mama, because we don't always know what we're holding on to. We don't, because we have so many layers, but then, that's happening too. And the vibration of love, I feel like that could be very powerful. How does that sound? I don't know, thumbs up if that sounds all right. Okay, friends. Renara, we're ready for you.
I invite you to make the same small ritual because all the time we have to invite. And our request will be radiating love, be peace, be this peace, be this love, and radiate it in the world today and always.
Renara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And bless you. The music was so, I can't, I don't have the words right now, but it's like, there's like an opening in my heart. There's like a longing and a yearning. And then there's like just love. There's just love, love, love. It was so graceful and gentle and soothing. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's rub our hands and send Renara much love. Thank you for being with us today, Renara. Thank you for blessing us with your music. Thank you for helping us go through this healing journey together. You came at just the perfect timing, actually. You were just here with us at the right time. The universe knows what it's doing, bringing you here. Jaina.
I was just, I love Renara's music, but it just opens me up. And I was so grateful. I was remembering some of the words from Esther's poem. Just beautiful poem. And possible to be separate, the possibility of what was it? The impossibility of being separate from love. That was what was going through my mind. And for a minute, my mind went blank. But it just, the words that Esther has said, and Kuber's breath work, and Carol's marmas, and your sharing, Beverly sharing, and Susan sharing, and Elena's. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. It's just a beautiful call. Miriam set such an incredible energy of love to be here. So Miriam, thank you so much. So
Receiving your words with much love, but this could not happen without an incredible team of people. We know this, without you, Jaina, without Carol Ray, without Kuber, without Carol's the mamas, the guests that join us. This community is what makes the call, is what makes it feel this love. So thank you, thank you. I'm going to go through everyone's picture. I just want to say thank you to each person. Love and peace and blessings to Renara. Thank you, Andrea Wood, for joining us. Thank you, Arati, for joining us. Bridget, much love to you. Esther Francis, oh, my soul sister. Beverly, thank you for joining us and for your sharing. Gidra, you know how much I love you. Mwah. Barbara, thank you for joining us. Paula, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Paula, how do I say your name, dear? Is that right? Okay. Lots of love. Welcome, welcome. Elena, we have to have our call. We're going to arrange it. Welcome and thank you for being here with us today. Susan, lots of love and peace. Thank you for joining us. Mary, thank you for joining us. Julia, mwah. Carol Ray, lots of love to you. Thank you. Nancy, thank you. Zafi, yes, my Greek sister, hello. Perry, welcome, welcome. Perry, I don't, Susie, actually. Susie, hello. Mwah. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sarajit, for joining us today. Rosemarie, Anna Kadima. Just so you know, friends, Anna Kadima is joining us on the 11th of March. She has another wonderful session planned for us. So just stay tuned for that. Andrea for Humanity, lots of love. Thank you for joining us. Anja, thank you for joining us. And Joseph, thank you for joining us today. Okay, my friends. So I invite you all to unmute and to say, I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm
Love you and
Love you and I'm with you.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with
And I'm
you.
with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
Love you and with you all. I love you and with you.
Looking forward to the best meeting as well tomorrow. Okay.
I love you and I'm with you. Thank you so much for another beautiful, heartfelt call today. Thank you. We'll see you later.